alphabetical order, so don't give up if your name is not mentioned when you expect it. Jason Hodova. Julie Knudsen. Bridget Ram. Jennifer Vanetta. And John Burt. Congratulations to each of you.
Congratulations. In recognition of exemplary achievement, your program signifies those students who are graduating with a 4-year cumulative A average. These students comprise the senior class Scholastic Honors Group. At this time, I would like to have them stand for recognition. Would the Senior Honors Group please stand? Thank you. Each year, we also have recognized a student who has completed his or her studies and ranks #1 in the senior class. This year, the #1 student has finished his 4 years at Richfield High School with a straight A average while enrolled in our most challenging courses. Mr. David Lewis, would you please stand to be recognized? I'd also like to have Mr. and Mrs. Lewis please stand in the stands. Please stand up. We'd like to recognize you. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Lowell Larson, Superintendent of Richfield Public Schools, to present the 1991 graduating class to Mrs. Nancy Rowley and Mr. Roger Stern of the Board of Education for the awarding of diplomas. Please refrain from applauding the individual students during the awarding of the diplomas. We will recognize the entire group at the conclusion of the awarding ceremony. Assisting Mrs. Rowley and Mr. Stern and assisting our graduates are Richfield High School students Ryan Davis, Melissa Evenstead, Phil Rechek, and Sarah Steenson. Names will be announced by our Dean of Students, Mr. Dale Strom, and Assistant Principal, Mr. James Hare. Mr. Larson.
Members of the Board of Education, parents, relatives, school staff, and friends, it is my honor to present to you the class of 1991, the 36th class to graduate from Richfield High School. Those of you who have had a part in helping these young people to reach this important goal richly deserve the feelings of pride you now have. We who are associated with the schools share that pride and thank you for your support as we, together, have tried to provide an education which would be both challenging and appropriate for each person. Mr. Stern, Mrs. Rowley, I present to you the 303 members of the class of 1991. Each has met all of the requirements for graduation specified by the state of Minnesota and by the Richfield Board of Education. They are ready to receive their diplomas and to join more than 19,000 previous Richfield graduates who have gone through this ceremony. My best to each graduate.
J. Allen Allstrand.
Karen Michelle Alphen.
Dana Renee Anderson.
Nicole Renee Anderson.
Karen Marie Antonison.
Brandy A. Armstrong,
Andy L. Arnold,
Dennis Milo Athey,
Kristen Marie Bonner,
Daniel Arthur Bailey,
Alfred Lee Baker Jr.,
Amy Marie Baker,
Tanya Lee Balmer,
Jessica Lee Barnes,
Shelley Ann Bardich,
Scott Andrew Beck,
Christopher Paul Bedore,
Eric W. Bellick,
Robert J. Berg,
Jody Ann Bizat,
Bridget Elizabeth Bjerke,
Christina Ann Bjorkman,
Bradley J. Blickfeld,
Kimberly Ann Bowles,
Daniel Mark Bowe,
Janae Marie Boothroyd,
Sharon Ann Bowens,
Britt Marie Bowers,
Heather Lee Bulow,
John Michael Burt,
Karen Serena Butek,
Carvin F. Bazell Jr.,
Nicole Ray Carey,
Aaron J. Carlson,
Todd Matthew Carlson,
Amos Casey,
Umpon Jontolin,
Amy Grace Chenevert,
Chris Andrew Klebacek,
Christine Dorr Kleinite,
Carlos Hernan Connell,
Amy Lynn Lewis Conrad,
Brett William Cope,
David A. Crow,
Elizabeth Robin Cully,
Heidi Ann Dawson,
David A. Denuser,
Kelly Christine Deck,
Kevin Allen DeRozier,
Leah Joy Dewberry,
Derek G. Deason,
Darcy Lynn Dubick,
Brett Robert Dreyer,
Brian Allen Duchesne,
Jason Andrew Dworshak,
Kate Elizabeth Taylor Edwards,
David Robert Elson,
Dana Jean Erickson,
Sherry Lynn Fairbairn,
Amanda L. Farnsworth,
Christopher Michael Fellner,
Joanne K. Ferguson,
Kurt Von Fessler,
Tricia Lee Folk,
Jennifer Joy Forsberg,
Aaron C. Fulkerson,
Sandra Jean Gabrielson,
Christopher John Garsky,
Leon